Yeah, I mentioned Shaun, Storry and Emma Parker will have the next match off. That's because they won the opening game. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 and Leanne Cragg, in losing it, were always going to play this match. And one of the two drawing pairs from match number 2 are put against them. That is Cohen and Madison, who go straight back on. And actually, I think that probably helps both pairs in a weird way from match number 2. Jaden and Savanah having almost not quite thrown away the result in the last match, get a little bit of time just to decompress and move on and get over it and go on to the next match. But actually, I think Cohen and Madison probably want to ride the wave a little bit.
Yeah, they've got the momentum in their favour, and obviously Leanne and Zach have, to be fair, what they can take away is from the first matches, they didn't make many mistakes. It was just fine margins, and they started off with 2 brilliant finishes, and they will take some beating in this match. But it's an interesting matchup, and it's hard to call which way this one's going to go. And that's not a bad shot from Zach. I don't think the yellow does pass the other one into the middle. So if they are choosing to attack, it looks like it's going to be a thin plant, but there may be an argument to just pull back and maybe clip off the yellow and send the cue ball to the bottom rail. And attack it is, they've gone, and an element of fortune. Look at where that yellow's drifted. If that doesn't land there, they've got a dot-to-dot finish on reds, and Cohen's got... He does have a shot by the looks of it, but it's not easy. So, not quite hit it off in the mixed pairs frame so far. It's a good opening pot from Cohen, and Madison's just got to try and drop this in, but as you hear Cohen there, the red does pass down the rail, but for me, if Madison does pot this red, the cue ball's getting very close to the red on the rail. As we see, probably needed to play that a little bit more punchier and slightly nudge it along, but a delicate shot here from Cohen. Referee will be taking a close look.
Yeah, not pleasant. Yeah, foul calls. Mark off all over that.
And they're so hard, them shots are.
Slow motion replay to show it. I'm not sure what's been called in the end, whether it was a little bit of a push or whether it's just not hit a cushion after contact. You could probably give it for either.
Yeah, I think it was the not hitting the rail after contact.
Probably made Mark's decision quite easy for him in that sense.
He's because initially it looked like he played it well, but the interesting thing here from Zach, which unless the yellow does pass to the top left, I'm not sure why you're not attacking that bad ball early. Yeah,
you have to assume that it goes maybe even to top right once the other yellow's cleared away, but even then you'd feel like you'd maybe go about that sort of side of things early. Cue ball in hands feels like a bit of a free hit at your trickiest moment in the frame. Oh, and that's disaster. I mean, Leanne Cragg will not believe that she's found that line to find the middle pocket from there, but it looks like they've tried to play into it from that ball at the bottom, which feels like a strange way to go about it.
Yeah, when you've got ball in hand, for me, the yellow looks like it does go into the left-hand centre. So if you'd have put the cue ball behind the yellow, put it dead straight and just roll it in, then you've got a dot-to-dot finish, whereas this shot's got to be played well as well. Played it confidently.
Yeah, that's gone pretty nicely.
And this is where Cohen really does need to step up. He's missed a couple of long shots tonight, which are unusual for him. And here comes another one. He's got to believe in his cue action and just stay still and cue through it. And that's it. It's another miss, and it's one of them where he just seems to be cueing slightly across the cue ball. And it's another opportunity for Zach and Leanne.
No guarantees. Yellow at the bottom of the table, I think, goes, but just about dotting your I's and crossing your T's here. Slightly awkward bridging for Leanne, but oh, and just slides it. Caught it thick. Face she made there almost looked like she was accusing a bit of a heavy contact there, but I'm not sure.
I think she's staring at Zach and saying, "Why are you leaving it so hard?"
I'm sure he's had that look before in a lot of different contexts. That's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's a great shot, and it's another opportunity, and Cohen just needs to get this positional shot right for Madison, and he goes and puts her on the rail. So for me, don't do too much. You've got a good partner in Cohen. Roll the red in and at least leave him that long 8 ball. That's good.
Cohen Bradford just almost needs to get out of his own head, I think, a little bit on these Scotch frames. He makes balls like this, look, probably 100 times a day. Bangs it, middle of the pocket, stays down on the shot as well. Head still, technically excellent, and that was a little bit more like it from the young man.
Yeah, and I think the reason why he stayed down, he's probably felt himself move on some of the other shots tonight, and he's just said to himself, he's gone back to basics, remembered the technique, and just cued through it, which is good to see.
He does have a lovely sort of cue action, if you like, Cohen. He's quite slightly built, which means he's sort of almost quite like tripod-y, really, isn't he, with his sort of limbs and levers, and when everything's in a straight line, it's really, really excellent. But it just looks like and it's something that I know you'll sort of agree that pool players can be a little bit guilty sometimes of sort of losing that technical excellence, because you can get away without necessarily having to have it on a 7-foot table, whereas obviously on a 12-foot snooker table you can't get away with it at all.
I think you've hit the nail on the coffin there. Pool players can get lazy. We're all guilty of it, and you can sort of just take the pots for granted, and you've got to treat every pot with the respect. It's easier said than done and everything, but for when you are coaching someone, you're trying to say, like, every shot you've got that pre-shot routine which you need to do.
Well, I don't think it's a surprise that there's a few of the top players that I know, when they're sort of looking to get their arm back going and back into the fundamentals of what makes them a good cue sports player, not a good pool player, a good cueist, they hit the snooker table and they start potting long balls, and because that will get your alignment back, that will put you in line, because you'll know as soon as you are that you'll find out pretty hard. Yeah,
and just because you can play to the top level, it doesn't mean everyone's alignment's perfect. I was practicing last week with Gareth Potts, and he spotted a flaw in my game that I was sort of cueing slightly to the left on some shots, and that's because my background is generally pool, and maybe over time I've got a little bit lazy on the alignment, and if that's something I can work on and correct, then I always try and improve my game as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to come back to this frame here, because Zach Shepherd's taken these on. He was allowed to by Cohen Bradford, who was very happy to turn the table over and go on, Zach, all the best. And Zach, in very Zach Shepherd fashion, is being hyper-aggressive and taking on a tough one. Can he get out? This next shot will tell us.
This is tough.
He has a shot, but this is mighty tough.
It's where the cue ball's going. Is it going right behind the reds and leaving himself snookered if he gets the pot?
Well, he's got the pot. He's got the white out. The red isn't in the way of the 8 ball, but he is full ball snookered in the middle of the table, and he'll feel pretty hard done by, because he's played an excellent shot but not quite had the run. Cohen Bradford will feel justified in his decision to pull back right at the start of the frame.
Could he go 2 rails and kick the 8 ball into the right centre? He's got to get a lot of side on. but it's an opportunity.
Oh, you called it. He was not miles away.
And this is where I think Cohen's got to be clever. He's playing Zach. You've got reds at your mercy. Don't force it. You're 1-0 up. Maybe even just play a safety shot here and just put Zach under pressure. And he's thinking clearly. And we're going to see this 8-ball flying. It could go anywhere. Big shot. 8-ball. And you see that with a little grin on his face. He knows how close that was, and bad news for him. The red does pass off the 8-ball into the middle if he wanted to take it. And this is the type of finish that Cohen needs to get, because where the 8-ball's landed, there's not really a safety shot in mind. So he's taking the top area of the table out first. Needs to leave a nice angle on this red. Little bit too much distance. So as you see, for me, he's got to play this at a reasonable pace and send the 8-ball in the gap. That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It also, and this might show the way I think compared to how you, for example, would think, but that for me feels like a little bit of insurance playing it that way. If it goes badly wrong, he's not got the 8-ball potable in a position.
100%, and this is the key shot now, and he's not quite right. So the next shot's going to be tricky.
Let's bounce. So he's going to have to play a very, very good cue ball. He's got all the space in the world to play it.
Big shot.
Oh, he's nipped it. Wasn't expecting that. I didn't think he was that straight.
No, and
he's played that well.
It's just gone in, and the good thing, he can use the table and come up and down and just concentrate on the pot. You're guaranteed a shot on the 8-ball if you get it. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. But look at the cue ball.
Now then. The reds come away slightly from the pocket as well. Makes this combo, if that's the shot that Zach's going to play, really tough.
This is as tough as it gets, and you can tell by his face he doesn't like it. There's an argument he could look at a cross double. This is tough.
Yeah, combo. Yeah, it was a good effort. It really was. It's so difficult to describe how tricky that shot is. But Cohen Bradford has eventually found a way to get over the line in this frame. And actually the fact it's taken a few attempts and taken a bit of time off the watch is all the better really for him and Madison Sherratt. They lead by 2 frames to 0. This was the shot into the middle. I think you, like me, Liam, thought that he was going to sort of run that off the top rail and back down. It was a test of pace, but he was straighter than I think both we realised. But I didn't think he was that straight to sort of play it right into the far right of the pocket and nip it.
No, he's had to cue that really well, and he'll be disappointed he missed the last red, but they've got away with it, and they've not only that, by missing it and giving Zach another shot, it's taken another 30 seconds off the clock and the 2-0 up. So 6 minutes left, 2-0 up, and if Cohen and Madison do go on to win this match, they're guaranteed a chance to win their match and win the group in the last round of matches. It's a good break from Leanne. It's one of them finishes that Leanne is more than capable of getting, but it's going to be all about the shot to get in on the one to the right hand rail as we look. So personally I would be going left, bottom left centre, and then take the yellow into the right centre after this shot. Come too high. just not happening. And for me, if you come low and take the yellow into the right centre, you've got a bigger margin of error, and it connects up easier. So
15 seconds shot clock.
Very good recovery. So top of the table from Madison Sherratt.
Extension called.
Calls her extension. That's wise. 15-second shot clock will come after that. Ultimate pool debut, TV debut. First time she's ever played on a 15-second shot clock, I'm sure, as well.
And that's a good shot. That's a great shot. As you see, she's tied up another yellow and left distance for Leanne.
I mean, ultimately, she's played a shot there, which she's just said to Leanne, if you can get out from here, fair play. But this is high tariff. Very good pot, is it? No, it's going to hold. I think these pockets are shrinking.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get a bit wider next week.
Yeah, no bias at all there from Group 3 member Liam White. She's not missed many pots tonight, Madison Sherratt. That's one of them. Again, those two reds at the top of the table, they're the house insurance.
Yeah, and I remember the first time I played under that 15-second shot clock, and I can still hear the beeps in my dreams now. But this is playing into Cohen and Madison's hands. Leanne's tied up another yellow. She's got to chase a finish, and if she misses again, Cohen can just tell Madison to run the clock. So, huge double for Leanne coming up, and this is to stay in the night, and they actually do need a win in this match, to be honest.
Yeah, they do. I mean, lost the opening match, draw isn't really much help, and that is not going to really help them right now. And in fact, the yellow going in front of the red, Madison can play spoiler here, because that yellow at the top of the table is dead in the water.
Yeah, just play clock and just draw the cue ball back slightly.
I don't mind this, just play a nothing shot. Make Leanne do some running.
I'm just wondering if this has left Leanne a clip into the right centre and cue ball goes through the gap.
What an effort. Great part, decent effort on the cue ball as well. And now Leanne almost...
I've seen a huge shot. Play the loss of turn on the yellows and send it around 2 rails into the bottom left.
Oh, okay. It's still not, that's not ideal, you know. There's a lot of safe havens on the table for Madison Sherratt. It's probably worth potting a couple, run a little bit of clock, but play your shots with a degree of safety in mind, and that's what she's done there.
It's a good shot. Maybe could have even used a little bit more on the clock, but there's not going to be much time for them to win the next frame if they do get another frame on the table. So this is where I just put the cue ball on the left hand side of the table and just play another snooker on the hand. You don't need to pop balls. So now we've opted to attack. Just take your 15 seconds on each shot.
Minute left. 4 balls away, really, from absolutely guaranteed. Remember, they are 2-0 in front as well. And 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗘 and Leanne Cragg, both of them international players, both of them pro players on their respective tours. They have been to a mixed pairs finals night, and they are going to be vanquished here by 2 nippers. 16 and 18-year-old respectively, Cohen Bradford and Madison Sherratt. It's a frustrating way to lose a match, this, for Leanne Cragg, and they are going to concede. And what a result that is for the two youngsters from Derbyshire. Cohen Bradford and Madison Sherratt celebrate with their friends and family in the crowd here supporting, and they are right in tonight. They're unbeaten. Leanne Cragg, though, and 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗑, their run comes to an end early. Match 4 coming up.